Welcome to the Fit Femme Project Alignment Podcast. It is here that we cultivate and gather all who have been through it in fitness, relationships, careers, lifestyle changes, and unforgettable crucial life pivots trying to achieve their most sovereign selves. We're here to provide you with thought-provoking, detailed stories and information from truly fascinating men and women from all walks of life, professions, generations, and modern-day sagas who speak to their rawest, darkest moments that made them the strong, decisive, humble, helpful, healing people that they are today. We ask them to hold nothing back because life is a multi-dimensional pursuit to be stronger, healthier, and more aligned mentally, emotionally, and physically. Let's go. Okay, everybody ready? We're here. We're in Denver all together. And if you are watching the video, you can see us all together here. You're off to the side. Christine. Oh, and we have two people that you guys probably haven't met on the pod, which is Zan, our social media lady gal. Hello. And then Christine over here to my right. She's our little meet and greet lady, so you'll meet her eventually. Sales lady.
No, meet and greet sounds much nicer.
Meet and greet. You're gonna have to speak up. Okay. You just got quieter.
Don't yell at her, she'll go to bed.
We're all like really fighting for our lives over here because
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
It's been rough.
Can I talk about drugs?
No, but I've only had 2.5 hours of sleep.
Yeah, you're low on
3
sleep.
hours.
Yeah, we're all kind of low on sleep, and it's been a long travel day for some of us, but so this might be a quickie. Anyway, so today we, since we're technically on like our vacation, do we want to call it that? Retreat. It's our retreat, time away from our normal schedules. We wanted to talk about kind of the food that we brought with us and the things that we are eating while we're out on vacation based on our goals, right? And this is what we preach. Right, guys?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Well, but what?
No, I said yes.
Oh.
I'm agreeable.
But is that the same? Well, I'll say the but is that we still want to enjoy our time and eat out. We just got done eating out actually, so.
Those are good points.
Yeah. To start us off, Casey, are you pregnant? You're holding your belly like you are.
I always hold my belly. I literally have so much food inside of me right now, so yeah.
We definitely have happy bellies.
Yes.
All right, so
This is not a pregnancy announcement by any means. I'm eating for a baby. No.
Might as well be.
Yeah, it's true. So right now I am in a bodybuilding phase for my career, so I'm going to be trying to put on some lean muscle mass in a short amount of time. And, a short amount of time, which is about 6 months. It'll be my first building phase in almost 3 years, intentionally building. So I'm eating a great amount of food, a great amount of carbs for energy to stimulate my body, make sure that all my systems are running optimally, and that I've got a little bit left over to build some muscle. So,
Sorry, your voice definitely got lower. Just
I know, but it's just getting worse and worse and worse. I sound like a little frog.
the second we click record, hey everybody, my name's Casey.
That does happen too. Please don't do that to me.
Please edit this video.
But so what I got at the store was, my basics. I love oatmeal. I love egg whites. And I've got some mahi in there, just some, lean stuff that I can throw here and there for my meals outside of where we're eating, lunch or dinners out. And then I got some fun stuff like Dunkaroos and some chocolate chip muffins. I brought some bagels.
Sweet treats.
Yeah, so I have a really good range of food that I like to eat, and I just try to consistently hit my macros, and then if I'm getting a little bit too carried away with sugar, I'll feel it in my body. So I'll feel it like with digestion irregularity, cognitive function, and then stress levels too. So then I'll cut back sugar. But other than that, I just try to hit as many vitamins and minerals as I can with some foods and enjoy myself.
Where are you allowing your liberties when you're out like this?
I like to save a little bit of macros for it, and then I will just kind of enjoy myself, eat a little bit past my macros, because odds are I had stuck to them, that 6 days a week, for 6 days that week, and I would have spent a little bit more.
Like, what are you enjoying like when you're on a
The actual
trip?
specific type of food.
Yeah, like what are you looking at? Like, you looking for the nearest donut store? Like I would assume.
Man, I used to do that all the time.
Yeah. What happened?
I would love to do that. We could do that.
We should do that.
No, I bought
Rosetta's on board.
2 boxes of muffins. I feel like that's pretty.
Yeah, it's almost all gone.
It's a good dent.
Past Voodoo Donuts in the airport twice today, and Rosetta did nothing with it. Nothing.
Did you even notice it?
Yes. She stood
Dragging
in front
across
of
the
it.
window. Christine, let me.
I did tell her after the salad, you're welcome to. And then we walked by it again. She's like, well. And then we moved on.
Oh.
We had to go get our bags.
What?
We had to get our bags. Yeah.
So okay, we'll restart that for you before you're back in prep.
Cool.
All right, let's go. Next, let's go.
Right on.
Donuts.
Are Voodoo Donuts a Denver thing?
Are they?
I don't know.
They're like
We
a
have
big
them in
city.
San Antonio.
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
I was like,
Oh, so it's like a
big-
chain?
It's
I'm
a
on it.
chain.
Don't even worry about it.
But they're like amazing.
They
They're one of the few, because don't fire me, Casey. I don't love donuts.
Me neither.
I
I
like
said that to
donuts.
I like donuts.
I
That's
like
absurd.
donuts.
You should have told me to cover my ears.
Yeah, I didn't mean to offend you to like your
How
soul
dare you.
level.
I just flipped inside out.
That's her 11th commandment.
really attractive.
I'd actually rather have a muffin than a
Good
donut.
Me too.
I think
All
I'd
day
rather
long.
have a cookie now.
And there's this place
Whoa.
that has
What's
cronuts.
happening?
Croissant donuts.
It's because you've
That's
deprived us of the
But just
donut.
don't-
It's all
Figuratively,
you. You're the
no.
problem.
And is breaking up.
Yeah, oh my god. This can't happen.
It's all falling apart.
Donut people over here.
Wait, where
Yeah.
are you in the middle?
Upstairs, downstairs.
I don't know. Oh my god.
It's all on you, Nicole.
Nicole, if you're the tiebreaker here. No, Zan, muffin or donut?
I'm pie.
Oh,
You would be pie. You would be
I've never
pie.
heard anybody pick pie.
pie's good.
Nicole did it. She's a 6
I
Pisces.
mean, I wouldn't kick it out of the bedroom, but
No.
Same. Me neither.
I wouldn't pick it out of a lineup. either.
But a muffin over
I
a
didn't
piece of pie for sure.
Oh
Muffin.
no.
A
I
ball
think I would
cupcake.
Pie
The
is so
donut.
versatile. You can have
The
like
chocolate sprinkle donut.
Classic.
yes.
I'm
Classic.
cookies. I'm cookies to the
Cookies, ice cream cake.
Cookie.
Why don't we just name off all our favorites?
Why don't we just talk about all the sugary stuff? That's
Scratch the topic.
Oh,
Scratch. We're redirecting.
bone.
I love pancakes and French
I
toast.
love French toast.
Yeah.
Y'all could talk about
French
breakfast
toast.
food
Me
for like
too.
2 hours.
I could talk about breakfast.
I
The
could eat
only-
breakfast
the
all
only
day long.
food I care
every
about,
meal of the
that we
day.
really
Happy.
care
Some
about,
way.
Yeah.
little burgers, but breakfast.
Breakfast.
Yeah.
Me too.
Bunch of Ron Swansons
Cool,
in
so
here.
we'll just only eat
Big
breakfast.
ol'.
For 3 meals
Don't
a day.
threaten me with a good time.
Yeah, we can.
I mean, there's such a variety.
Oh, and I saw
Breakfast.
this recipe where you put tomatoes and garlic, and then you pour your eggs. Could be egg whites
saw it.
over it. Yes.
Yeah, I saw it.
Wait, what?
Are you making
Well,
that up
what
for
you say,
us
you're
tomorrow?
In the pan,
Yeah.
tomato
Let me get back
and
on there and
garlic,
get some
and then you
tomatoes.
put egg whites over top of it. And let
Lindsay's
it
been grocery
sit.
shopping for 2 hours.
And then you flip
She
it on her
turns
phone.
down.
Oh, I see.
It started as green beans and ground turkey an hour.
Oh, we can't get tomatoes, guys.
Oh.
My shopper's short.
I can manifest them. Hold
My
on.
shopper hasn't started shopping yet.
Tell your
Okay,
shopper to-
let's get back on
Not a
track.
race. It's not a race. These are not our ponies. This is not a race.
Let's go to Lindsay.
What's up?
Oh,
You.
yeah.
Cookies.
Talk about
Cookies.
Okay. All right, next.
cookies.
Oh, yeah.
I like cookies.
She has a Cookie Monster GPS.
You know what? No, just go for
Okay.
it. This is a freestyle
I am
episode.
also in a building phase that Casey and I decided that why not? Why not
Yeah?
try to come back better and have cookies? Right? I'm not in any kind of rush time wise, so it's been wonderful and challenging all at the same time, which is exactly how it is when you do the opposite. It's just different challenges, but they are better. The challenges are better.
because you get to eat more.
Well, it's just a lifestyle phase. And,
Yeah.
I think kind of when you do competitions, you can lose sight of it. But like when I'm talking to my clients who are all lifestyle clients, it's, no, that's what I'm doing right now. Like, and I have to remind myself, like, I'm in a building phase. Baby, you just eating and living and lifting.
Yeah.
Like, which is your life, regardless of what
Your
future
muscles
goals
are gonna
I have.
grow. Like
What the difference is that I'm very like like very accurately and actively tracking all the time. I think that is the only difference between me and someone that is just like like someone that works out and stuff. But I, have specific goals, and when you have specific goals, you gotta have information. So that's the only what I think anybody would perceive as give in my life is I track things. I manage my stuff instead of just eating all willy nilly. It'd be literal only different. So it's pretty cool. We've been traveling a lot this summer, having a lot of fun with family and room to not worry and just live. I still bring things with me.
Yeah.
Protein is the only thing that I pack on this trip, but I just have been ordering on Instacart for 2 hours.
What'd you order?
I mean, everything from egg whites to pancake mix, s'mores, chicken breasts.
Yeah.
It's earmuffs, Christine.
Earmuffs.
Jif.
Chocolate bars, Jif.
Yeah.
Chocolate bars are fine.
The devil's
Hershey's
peanut
the
butter.
wrong thing.
Devil's peanut butter?
I love it.
I tried, buddy. I fought hard.
With what?
You did, didn't you?
Mr. Super does not sell organic anything
They rolled their eyes when I Googled it.
on the app.
The app brought says off. It's like, get out of here with that.
Spit it back at her.
You're eating chocolate, but it can only have been done in a very clean environment. Like, no,
We don't want plastic in our chocolate.
I don't believe that.
I don't know what to believe anymore.
Let your tongue lead
I
you.
just want her to be happy.
lead you.
Let your
We'll go
tongue
get you
lead
some
the way.
special
I'll
chocolate.
be happy when you guys are on this earth for 75 more years than you are right now.
Oh, that's cool.
Fully on board with you.
Okay, good.
And
Thank
that's so many
I don't know.
s'mores
You
in
know,
that
I
amount of
can't get
time.
Botox or anything, so I don't know about that.
you. What?
I can't get Botox.
Yes, you
so
can.
I'm not. No, I can't.
What?
It won't take in my forehead. That's a different show. Huh?
We've had
The
this
last
conversation.
year.
Really?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it actually
Great.
times out on people after a certain period of time. Yes.
Botox?
Do I need Botox?
No, you're beautiful. Next.
What did you get?
Hear from me.
What phase of life are you in?
Still in the building phase.
This is Rosetta speaking, by the way. If you guys remember her episode a while back, it was perfect. Go listen to it.
Yeah, I'm in a building phase as well. We don't really have anything in mind, but hopefully early next year we'll be back at it. But yeah, right now it's just a building phase, and
You're also traveling a lot.
yes, traveling a lot.
Yeah.
So having a little more flexibility has been nice, and then also not being so tied to tracking. I've kind of been able to let go on some occasions to
That
not
was a struggle
obsess.
for her in the past.
Oh, letting loose, kicking your feet up a little
Yes.
And she has just a very good amount of like control, and now it's like she has a good balance.
bit. Do you feel
Yeah.
better about it?
Yeah, not
Yeah.
so restricted. Not that I was restricted, but in my mind I was restricted.
Right.
Like, oh, I can't go over. I'm going to go on stage at some point. So,
So what'd you order? What foods you bring in?
And then my food is like chicken breast, green beans, zucchini, rice cakes. I brought some protein already, protein bars, protein powder.
Yeah. Pretty
Nice.
standard.
Yeah.
She makes like the best meals though, like the best like quick snack meals and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, you are pretty creative.
Like sandwiches and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're really good at that stuff.
You said she's
Gotta
really
be
creative,
quick.
and then you're like, Casey's like, yeah, sandwiches.
Sandwiches.
She
bagels,
okay. So
though.
for
Like
people who don't
bagels.
know, Rosetta invented sandwiches. So we had no idea to put bread with turkey.
sandwiches.
I put my chicken in my oatmeal.
That's how
That's
I eat.
disgusting.
I do the same thing.
So when I'm talking about a fancy meal, I'm talking.
Yeah.
You can't
But I
taste
can
it.
go both
Sandwiches.
ways. I mean,
You can't even taste
if you
it.
can put your chicken on a
We can
salad,
make
you can put it in
a
your
pretty
oats.
darn
I
good
still know,
protein
but
peanut butter and
on a
jelly
chicken
sandwich.
today, apparently.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Oh, Zan has a good
I
one
need
too.
you to try
that
it
she
because
made.
you
That thing
will,
was
your
thick.
life will be
Yes.
forever changed.
Well,
Am I
what?
wrong?
It definitely.
What?
Like a
Peanut butter and
protein
jelly
peanut
on
butter and
chicken.
jelly sandwich.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
yeah.
It's like
You're
Thanksgiving
wholeheartedly
for some weird
incorrect.
reason.
Oh, I see it now.
Who's
Okay.
incorrect?
Yeah, it's amazing.
All right, Nicole. Why don't you take a stab at it?
Okay, I am. Let's see. So my goal for this year. I don't know how personal are we gonna get.
Get personal. What's your social security number?
Well, okay. I guess I mentioned this in the previous podcast, but let's see. I was diagnosed with depression in February, and so my goals changed that month to I'm gonna figure this. This is the year for me to figure stuff out. So food wise, I'm not in any kind of phase. It's all lifestyle. So I'm trying to stay around maintenance. And I do make sure I try to hit my protein, but carbs and fats are, like I tell my clients, I'm like, at least like 40 grams of fat like per day. Like you don't need to go any less than that.
Yeah.
But with traveling, I didn't bring anything with me because I know I like to not be hungry. I also know my hunger
Me too.
patterns, and so I always have breakfast, and each meal will have some kind of protein. And because I do not like being hungry, I also try to eat really simply because let's see.
You're an
Joe,
island girl.
Well, I'm like, I do so much reading, and like, I'm just, my brain is all on like food and how our food is built. It's like, Christina, I know she's gonna back me up here. But it's like, I'm trying more and more now to stay away from like ultra processed foods because it just messes with, I'm a former binge eater, so I'm not gonna do anything that's going to like trigger me in any way. So I'm very, like, I try to be pretty careful with my food. Like, the more wholesome, the better. And so for today, what I ordered, or let's see, what we went shopping for, I got some English muffins, chicken, fruit, watermelon, mixed berries, yogurt, bananas, nutso, nut butter, Splenda, stevia. What else? I think that was it. And we're going to share, yeah.
Yeah, we're sharing
And
stuff.
then for dinner today, I got a grilled chicken sandwich with a side salad. Because French fries, anything fried now, I also know my stomach. Like dairy, fried food. Like, I don't want my trip to be ruined, and I do not want to ruin the bathroom for everyone.
Yeah, we're only sharing 2 potties here.
So it's like, I'm just going to keep it as simple as possible. So,
Low maintenance tummy.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Especially after traveling.
Especially after travel.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the day we've had today. At least some part of this group.
Yeah.
The early ones.
I definitely had too much junk food today, for sure. But I think it's because I got 2.5 hours of sleep.
She's fortunate
Last night.
though because it doesn't affect you. It doesn't affect your
Yeah.
stomach. You're lucky that way. You
I
know.
just don't know if it does or not.
Well, that's true.
Yeah,
Guess we'll
that's-
find out. Stay tuned, everybody.
It's amazing. All right, who's next?
Because we will talk about it for
Yes,
sure.
we will.
You got Christine.
Right now, for me, I am in a similar place as Nicole. I think this last 6-7 months of my life has been about health and taking care of my brain, my emotions, and food is such a big part of that. So I know what triggers making me feel like shit versus what makes me feel great. So I don't do any. My rule of thumb is if it's processed and it has more than 5 ingredients, I don't want it. If I can't pronounce the ingredients, I definitely don't buy it. But I really try to stick to things that I actually know what's in it. I make all my own bread. I've been doing that for 1.5 years. I brought it with me. I mean, this is like, there's a space in the suitcase for it. Seth is like, are you out of your freaking mind with this bread thing? Like, you're taking it everywhere now. Like, I'm like,
Like a bread maker?
no,
No,
like
she
I
made
make it by hand.
You made a loaf
Yeah.
and you brought it.
Yeah.
She's loafed up for tomorrow.
And we
I love sourdough.
grow
Same.
all of our own fruits and vegetables right now. So, it's interesting because when you walk away from grocery store stuff and you're eating things that are actually from what you know went into the earth, it changes the way that it tastes, but also changes what it does to your body.
It really does.
Yeah. And the first place I noticed is when we've had eggs now for almost a year. When I eat them anyplace else, I get super sick. It's very interesting, but I know what's going into the chicken's mouths. And it's funny because, Seth's so aware of my health and all of my stomach problems.
because you can't eat eggs in general.
Correct.
Right.
That's one of the reasons why we got them is because I've been allergic for so long and I missed it. And he went to buy chicken feed the other day, and the chicken feed that he buys, that he's always bought, now it said red dye in it, and he put it down, and he went to the guy that owns the place, and he's like, why are they putting red dye in this? And he's like, well, it's a preservative. So it's no longer what we can feed our chickens because whatever goes in their mouth then goes in my mouth.
Yeah.
So it's just really interesting how when you change that that path. It's not perfect all the time. I mean, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I'm not going to eat something except for Jif peanut butter. Sorry, Lindsay.
It's okay. I'll take it. I'll take it for the
I'm not
change.
going to eat it, but I'm pretty aware because when you start to feel good, then you feel bad. You feel really bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm performing better in the gym. I feel like I am stronger. I am less tired. So you just have to, when you feel good, you don't want to feel bad. It's interesting.
So what'd you get at dinner tonight?
I had a was it flat iron steak? That's what it was. Yeah, and
That
asparagus.
chimichurri sauce.
Yeah.
Oh, that looked good.
Yeah, it was definitely good. Yeah, and you know what's really funny is that like 5 years ago, you would never catch me eating red meat because I'd be like, oh my gosh, it is so high in fat and it's so this and it's so. But we need it. Women need it. We need it for the iron. We need it for, especially if you're trying to build muscle. But that brain, just the same brain that said I couldn't eat anything but chicken breasts, now I eat chicken thighs. They're not that different.
Yeah.
For the fat content. But our brains are like, no, we've been ingrained that chicken breasts or broccoli and tilapia and all the things. A steak is great for you.
Yeah.
It's really good for you.
Yeah, I've noticed when I did Whole30 the first time, like that's when I really started paying attention to the amount of ingredients. Of course, like you said, it's not perfect every time, and I'm not near the level you're on at all.
No,
but I love the pasture-raised eggs. That makes a huge difference. And then grass-fed steak versus regular
It
steak.
tastes so different.
Horrible. It tastes, the non-grass-fed steak tastes like sweeter. You notice that? And it's just so much tougher. But not, it's like, I love that I'm fueling my body, but it's also like I'm becoming that person.
No, I get steak from a farm by my house, Southern Rhythm, and like I don't put anything on it. I just eat it plain because it's so good.
Yeah, just a
by
little
itself.
salt. Man,
Yeah,
you're good.
just some salt.
Yeah.
The reason why we have to flavor things the way that we do is because it's being pumped so full of antibiotics and hormones and all these things. It doesn't taste like it's supposed to taste. I mean, think about a strawberry that's the size of your fist, and you eat it and you're like, that didn't even taste like anything.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Mush.
Yeah.
Yeah. My mouth is
I
dry.
get upset when people add like poultry, like they add like some kind of seasoning to their chicken to make it taste like chicken. I'm like, I think we're missing the point here.
Brother. Yeah.
Who's next?
That's a really good point, though, Nicole.
Yeah.
That's an excellent point.
Yeah, it is.
Are we really seasoning our chicken with chicken?
Oh, yeah. That is
Chicken
bad.
flavored, whatever.
Yes.
What is that cube that's like 4,000
Bouillon.
grams? Yeah, I can't even. It's a full on argument. I've thrown so much stuff away at my mom's house,
Uh-oh.
but she has the bouillon cubes in
You
her
are
fridge.
not coming over to my house.
Yeah.
You are not throwing
I was about to say there's a
She uses those every day.
Christine's going to be the Marie Kondo of our refrigerators.
Come to my house and do it.
I will.
what
I
is that
definitely-
commercial where the aunt's like expired?
Oh, yeah.
When I left your house from the last holiday, I literally for like 4 weeks I did so good. I cleaned my house out and I did it for like 4 weeks and then I don't know.
And then you didn't.
And then I did not.
a
Man, where did
phase.
this sugar-free syrup come from? Oh no!
I just couldn't believe how quick I snapped back and I like just didn't even realize.
But can you say it out loud though, truly and honestly, the real maple syrup versus the sugar-free?
Oh,
Like, there's
absolutely, the real
no-
maple syrup.
Oh,
There's,
yeah. There's
Oh, for
no
sure.
comparison.
yeah.
It's
I mean,
but sugar-free syrup is pretty dang good. And it is one of those things where, man, it makes a difference if you're counting your carbs and you want some syrup.
if you're
but
incredibly
you know what I
low-balled.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I agree 100% that real syrup is better. Yeah.
You know what's weird though? I don't care about it as much, I think, as you guys do because pancakes for me is not a vehicle for syrup. I actually have always done peanut butter and jelly on my pancakes. So I don't care.
No,
It's
yeah.
funny.
I most of the time will not use any syrup at all
Yeah.
because I like.
I put in
peanut
my
butter
oatmeal
so
and
much.
stuff, like weird stuff.
You do.
Or like I'll make a sandwich and I'll put the syrup.
I just
on
want
top.
butter on it.
I
It's
like
wild,
syrup
man.
and butter.
Breakfast
and
dinner.
syrup.
Wow.
Then I'll eat it with a fork.
It's so great.
Interesting combination.
It's that sweet and savory again.
Yeah,
So
you
we
do.
can
Okay.
have oatmeal together.
But you know, still my favorite pancake, like not even
Oatmeal
trying to be
together.
funny, my favorite pancake of all time is the oatmeal egg white.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, but I like
You
that
have to
too.
add
There's
nuts
nothing
into
wrong
that
with
when
it,
you
though.
when you grind it up.
What?
Add nuts, like pecans or something.
Just for a little crunchy poo.
Yeah.
A little
Change
crunch
the
poo.
Yeah,
You know
it
what?
gets
We're
wicked
going to do an
good.
episode on all our favorite foods so everybody gets good ideas for their next meal.
Yeah, don't look at me.
Because we could keep going.
No.
Yeah, right.
Which I don't mind at all. But anyway, Zan.
Yes. So I am very similar to where Nicole's at, Christine's at, very much in a lifestyle phase where my main goals are hydration, because water was a big challenge for me for a really long time, and it caused a lot of health problems for me.
Did you got a little baby bladder?
Yeah.
Oh.
But I also had some issues like with dehydration and ended up in a hospital last year, like for the day. Yeah. I didn't realize how bad it got until it got to that level, you know? Like, and I had worked with a coach a couple years ago, like, that tried to convince me that water was the thing that I should be doing. And I just was like, no, I can't. Like, I'm a teacher right now. I can't leave my classroom every time I have to go to the bathroom. So, like, I just kept putting it off, and it finally caught up to me. So hydration is, like, a big one for me. I try to get at least 3 liters a day, and I've worked up to that every time. So it's so much different than what I used to do. A lot less coffee than I used to drink, too. But I still drink coffee. Other things are steps. Movement is super important to me. Just my lifestyle in general. Because since I'm working from home now, I can't move during the day.
Oh, I didn't know you stopped working from home.
No, I still work from home. But it's just like, when I used to teach, I would get 10,000 steps in a day easy.
Oh, easy,
But now, like, I have to be very intentional with my movement. I wake up, I go for, like, an hour walk. And then I usually go for a walk after work, too. Like, I have to
set time aside for it. Yeah, I agree with that.
But it's also good in a way because, like, time in nature and grounding is super important to me at this time in my life, just for, like, regulating my nervous system. And I mean, when you're changing things in your life, you know, you gotta slow down a little bit. So taking those walks outside is super important to me.
Integration.
Yeah. And also consistency. So just showing up in the gym, like, not even thinking I have to have a perfect workout. Like, sometimes I don't even finish it, but, like, if I show up and when I didn't want to, like, that's a win for me. So, and I'm doing that like 3 to 4 times a week. And I'm growing, you know, like, my lifts are getting better. And even though I'm not tracking my food, I am prioritizing protein, which is, like, the biggest thing for me right now. And trying not to, like, ignore food during the day, because I can get, like, so sucked into work and, like, to get to that point where you don't feel good anymore.
Yeah.
So making sure I just stop and, like, just take care of that and make sure it's usually a mix of protein, carbs, and fats. Like, I try to do something that's going to fill me up for a while so that I can go without having to worry about it, you know? Yeah.
Didn't you recently, physique-wise, like, change a lot? Like, did you lose a lot of weight recently? Like, didn't you just do a post?
I did in our group, and it's not even, I haven't lost weight. Like, my focus is so
But yeah, that's why
now.
I was like, physique-wise, because I don't remember your exact post, but I know, like, your physique had changed since, was that when you started, like, prioritizing, like, hydration and stuff like that? Like, what?
Yeah, it kind of, I had a whole lifestyle change where I was like, I'm getting this movement in every day. I'm gonna make the gym happen every day. Like, my health is not at the level that I want it to be, and I'm not making the choices necessary to get to that level.
Kind of had a heart-to-heart with yourself.
Yes, and it's something, you know, I think a lot of us go back and forth over the years, like, struggling with our different lifestyles and different choices and wherever we are in life, you know. And just like anybody else, I fluctuated a ton, and my health and how I felt fluctuated a ton. I was tired of, like, not feeling in control of like when I was not going to feel good. So it's a lot of mental work. Too. Yeah, my environment changed a lot. Like, I'm in such a peaceful place now. Like, I completely, like, up and in my life. And
yeah, because you went up and moved up to the mountains.
Yeah,
you're one of those mountain girls.
Yeah, just living in the trees.
Yeah, living in the trees with your cats. You don't have hair.
She likes the fire, though.
Oh.
Yeah, so what did you shop for this trip?
So just basic, easy things. Like, I just don't like to take a lot of time to cook at this point in my life. And plus, I have a small kitchen, so, like, I try to do stuff in the microwave
really
most of the time. Yeah,
style.
I try to be very efficient with it. So I got, like, cream of wheat, English muffins. Like, those are my 2 go-tos in the morning. I'm obsessed with rice. I'll eat that any time of day.
Oh yeah.
And I think we're all sharing protein. So we got ground turkey, chicken, and normally for me, I would get steak.
Yeah.
Sometimes I even order, like, the Outback party tray of steak and, like, cut that up.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. But it lasts me like 3 days.
We do that with Martin's barbecue, or we've done in the past.
I've heard of people doing that as their meal prep. They'll order catering from, like, Chipotle or something like that. I'm like, why am I not smart? What's genius? Yeah. No, that's good. So how is it different with you being like on a trip? Because you're not really you're a little looser on the reins and stuff.
Yeah.
You just
I'm kind of loose all the time right now.
Yeah.
And honestly, talking about donuts earlier, I literally go get donuts like a couple mornings a week. Like, it's,
Ooh.
yeah, we have this great place where I live that makes them fresh.
Donuts.
I know. So like, I don't leave anything out of my diet at all.
That's amazing.
I don't either, actually. But I would actually choose if it was a donut or a bakery versus going to the grocery store and getting something.
Yeah.
I would always choose a bakery. We have a bakery near our house, and I love their muffins. And I never ever go in there and don't get one. Never. I get a coffee and always get a muffin.
Yep.
Oh, you
yeah.
always go there and not get something like.
Yeah, I will always go there and get something. I would never be like, oh no, I can't eat that today. Which is
Yeah.
a vast difference than where I was even 5 years ago.
Yeah.
A muffin and an Americano, like not a lot
Oh.
beats it.
No, it's true. It's
I get a
absolutely
cold
true.
brew and a chocolate sprinkled donut.
Yeah.
It's the vibe.
There's something that about it being like freshly made that feels different.
It's so
Yeah.
wholesome and
is.
it just touches your
Yeah.
soul.
Yeah. Like if I'm gonna eat
In a
it,
way.
I want to feel in some kind of way about it. I don't want to just do it to fill a void.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
And it's like a local place. Like,
Yeah,
it's
there's
just
an
a
experience.
cute little coffee
yeah,
shop, you
it's
know?
an experience.
I like to make an experience out of my meals.
Yeah, me too.
Me too.
I used to get dressed up to go get donuts.
Yeah.
That's how I would make it an experience.
You would
Like,
do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An account.
You kind
Yeah.
of have to get you
Competition
have to be an experience
robe.
because
Yeah.
unfortunately the way that we live today, everybody's doing everything in such a rush.
Hot.
So there's no time for
can't
an
Oh,
experience.
she coming.
You got like 5 more minutes. Hang in
I
there.
didn't. You hang in there. Look at you.
I'm fine.
You're like like a raccoon over here with these eyeballs.
You guys,
My head's like going down like this.
Yeah.
my DoorDasher just told me that we ordered a lot of food.
Oh man, what if they get here at the same time and they're like, who all is in there?
He said,
Don't worry about it.
He goes, I'm trying to be on time with your order, but you ordered a lot of things. And then he did a muscle emoji.
That's exactly right. We were just talking earlier about how every time I go out to dinner now, I order a side of grilled chicken because there's never enough protein in the meal.
There's never.
Oh, yeah,
I do
that's
too.
a good
Some things
tip.
I'm weird. I always just am like, can I just have a side of chicken? They're like, huh? Yes, please.
You're weird. Weird lady on table 6.
She ordered extra chicken, not extra fries.
Or extra ranch. Psycho.
What's wrong with her? She said, skip the ranch and bring the lemon.
Horrible. Whoa. You. I need
What
that
about
ranch.
you,
Okay,
Caitlin?
me? My turn.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's your turn.
So, just kidding. What phase am I in, Lindsay?
You're just like you're definitely lifestyle.
Yeah.
We like the slow body recomp because Caitlin requires flexibility.
God knows it.
and
You've come so far.
she
though, too.
doesn't
Like,
even. I was
from
telling her
last
this the
year
other
to
day.
now?
I was like, you don't
enjoying
realize
the
all
show.
the mental shifts you have made, the things that are easy
yeah.
for you now that you don't even think about and give yourself credit for used to crush you every single time. And you'll say stuff like, well, I was a little bit over here, but I stayed in my calories. Whereas a year ago it was like, oh, I didn't do it.
Wait, I don't remember being. Well, I remember there were days where I was like, I just don't feel like.
Yes, exactly.
100%. I know that happened.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now it's like, I didn't hit it just right, but it's cool,
No, I definitely look back and do recognize like the evolution that I've been on, but it's not like I don't give myself credit. I'm just like,
It's a skill to learn, though.
No,
Yeah.
but that's the thing
You gotta
about
learn it by putting the reps in.
you got to do the reps, and that's what a habit is it's not forced. Once it's a habit, you're not forcing it all the time. That's why it's important to put those reps in, because you're not going to want to ride that struggle bus forever, and that's
No.
what's stopping and starting.
yeah.
You're constantly having to regroup and start over, and that's why it always feels hard.
Right. Yeah. No, I've definitely have come a long way. So.
Yeah.
And like vacations would be a little more daunting. I remember that where I did had that anxiety a little bit more when it came to like either just all or nothing. Like
Yes.
usually it would just be like nothing. Like vacation, I'm off the grid.
Yes.
Like, but I've learned that it's a lot more easier to manage. Like if I just like, okay, Caitlin, like really, like you, come on,
Yeah.
I just have that like moment with myself. So for this trip, like really what I bring is like I just dumped my protein powder in a big old Ziploc. So I just do that with like water when like today's a perfect example where I've just kind of been, we traveling and like Casey's like, you want some of my muffin? I'm like, sure. So like I just need to drink my little water with I'm not going to hit my protein goal today, but as close as I can get for a day that's traveling. And, I hate to say it like, do the best you can because then that leaves room for you to like be lazy about it. But at the same time, still doing the best you can.
But recognizing what your 100% is on a given day can be different.
It's different.
Yeah.
It's being intentional. Zan said it at the start of her comment, is being intentional. We can all be intentional or we can make excuses. And intentional today on a travel day is very different than when you're Monday through Friday at work, right?
Right.
Intentional on vacation is prioritizing protein. Maybe it's when I'm going to the dessert bar, right? So intentional looks different every single day, but there has to be some sort of intent behind what you're putting in your mouth, because if not, you can be the all or none situation. But it's not better on the other side, because I've lived that life too. So you're like, I was so just, okay, I'm on vacation, I'm just gonna whatever, and I'd be like, I'm on vacation, I have to be stricter.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Exude that control. So there's balance.
That's
Yeah.
what we worked on a lot this year.
For you?
Yeah.
Yeah. You have
Letting
to
go.
find it.
Because then I wasn't even enjoying the vacations.
Yeah.
Oh.
You
And
feel
then
guilty
it was like,
the whole
now
time.
what? Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the family wasn't enjoying it. Like, what are you doing? Or just break a leg when you go.
Mom's sad, we're all sad.
Yeah.
It's true. It affects the dynamic of everybody else around you. It can be super narcissistic, and you feel like, I'll never forget. I trained for a marathon, and did a marathon in Florence, Italy, and it was amazing. It was a great experience for me, but the people that were with me waited for me to run 26 miles, and which is 4 hours and 20 minutes, and they got up at 5 o'clock in the morning to drop me off at the. In hindsight, yes, is the most amazing experience for me, but my family, my gosh, like,
I put in the work too, huh?
really did.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the training to get to it. And
Yeah.
then the night before, I'll tell you a funny story. The night before, we were staying in a hotel in Florence, and there was a huge party in the bar, and unfortunately the room they put us in was right up above the bar. And I'm trying so hard, and it's in Europe, there's no soundproofing in any of these rooms or anything, and
It's like a 100-year-old
Seth is
building.
at the bar. Yeah, Seth is at the bar, and I'm laying in bed, I'm like, okay, I can go to sleep, I know I can. This is pre-noise machine, Lindsay, this is 2015. All I can hear below me is doom, 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 doom. And all of a sudden I hear them singing happy birthday in Italian, and I'm like exceedingly getting more pissed off by the second. So I call down at the front desk, and I'm like, I'm running a marathon tomorrow. Turn it down. And they're like, so are 10,800 other people. What do you want us to do about it? And I'm like, give me a new room. And the guy was like, no. So I just kept calling back.
No.
God.
I was so tired, and I just wanted to have a good run. I trained so hard. I worked so hard for it. Finally,
Yeah,
they
I'd be
came
pissed.
up. And in the hotel room, you put your key in and the lights turn on. Well, they had already, because they were so mad at me, they had already taken my key and put it for another room, so I couldn't turn the lights on. So I'm packing all my stuff in a panic with no lights on.
Americans.
Seth is like, don't ever talk to me again. And I'm like, ever again? He's like, well, at least not until tomorrow. Then they take us up to this new room. We get up to the 5th floor, and there's only 5 floors in this hotel, and we look out the window, and the Duomo in Florence is out the window. It looked like
The
something
light.
out of a movie.
Yeah.
It was so amazing.
Wow.
He's like, it's still too soon. He's like, but your temper tantrum led to something really amazing.
At what hour of the night was that when you switched?
It was at midnight, and I had to be up and
At like
collect
3
my
a.m.?
race bib by 6 a.m.
Oh,
Yeah.
6 a.m.
But in Italian time, 6 a.m. is like, for them, it's like my 4 a.m. Like, you should have seen those people rolling in there, right? They were just like,
Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've had to do that before. Not as a competitor. Let's be clear. No, thank you.
the only competition at a marathon is yourself. It's not the other people.
Okay. Yeah, so that's like kind of where I've been at, and like I do love seeing, how far I've come, and having the best coach in the world really helps. All right.
Me, hi.
Yeah, so this is like our first day on our trip. What do you got planned for us?
What, like dinners and lunches?
Yeah, what are we doing?
Oh, okay. You literally want the layout right now.
Yeah.
So there's an amusement park that we might go hit up. There's a paint and play place or paint and drink, play
Like a
and
wine
sip.
thing?
Yeah,
a circus
yeah.
place.
I just don't remember what it was. We've got a couple lunches and we got a special dinner the night before we leave, and we're gonna go hit up some hikes, stay active.
We're gonna
and then
drive
I've got
up to
a scavenger
Pikes
hunt
Peak.
for you guys, for all of
Oh
us.
yeah, a scavenger hunt in the city of Denver.
Yep. So
That's gonna be fun.
Is that true? We're going to scavenger hunt.
No, it's not like
It's not like the
extravagant.
national
like-
treasure.
Yeah, it's just
That'd be amazing.
Bro, my brain doesn't work like that.
it's not hard. You have
It's
to
a-
find one thing.
it's a team building activity, and we get to all do it together. It's kind of like the snake plant thing, except
we're not doing
You're so worried.
We won't get dirty.
we're not doing those escape rooms like that. No.
So do you want me to tell you what it is?
No.
Yeah.
This is every meeting ever.
I don't want to tell you. All right, move on. What's happening?
I will not forget this. Please. Please don't forget this.
You gotta know.
This is just one of those episodes. This is like the first time.
Forget it.
What are they called?
Set an alarm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Forget what?
She already forgot.
We should go get massages.
The scavenger hunt?
I don't for that.
Rosetta's legs hurt, and I told her I would stay with her.
Oh yeah.
We got a giant bag from Walmart that we plan on carrying you in everywhere. So
Lindsay, we are in Colorado.
With a fan.
You have to go to the mountains when you are in Colorado.
Let's get a
Is
a
there
remote
like
control
a side
cooler.
by
You can ride on the cooler and have your food.
Lindsay Black.
Lindsay,
Did
you
you
know
bring
that.
walking shoes?
Lindsay, you know we're fitness people.
shoes.
That's all I
At
brought.
Tanny's.
That's all I brought too, don't worry. Like we
Okay.
don't gotta do anything crazy. But we could drive all the way to the top of Pikes Peak. That's possible. Or you can hike it.
We can.
You
I
choose.
just I don't have
gonna
like
How big of a
cooking.
hike is
I'm
it?
going on
whatever
my feet.
hiking shoes is. I don't have that. I just have tennis shoes. They're on clouds.
You can hike in on clouds.
Yeah, you can.
I mean,
did
you're
last
walking
year.
on a cloud. Why wouldn't you be able to hike on a cloud?
We're hiking up to
I'm
the
gonna
clouds.
try with my gimp leg and everything. I'll be climbing.
I'll stay with
Scaling
you.
rock.
Okay.
Close this out.
We
We can all
We're
go to
like a
bed.
little delusional right now, so
And we are still waiting for groceries at this point.
yeah, we gotta get groceries. So,
insane.
anyway, we're gonna be doing some more recordings here, obviously, while in Denver. So stay tuned. Somebody, one lucky person's gonna join me for the mini-sode this week. So stay tuned for that. I'm gonna draw a name out of a hat, and we're gonna have so much fun. Anyway, until then, everybody say bye. 1, 2, 3. Bye. Wait, where's the stop button? I can't see.
This should just be a whole blooper episode.
Where is
What
it?
are you doing?
What are you doing?
Me.
So the scavenger hunt is
Thanks for listening to the FFP Alignment Podcast. Please support us by downloading, rating, and recommending us to your friends and family. Be sure to check us out on Instagram at the FitFemme Project. That's FITFEMME Project. And for those of you looking to find their essential balance of lifestyle and fitness, book a free consult by going to thefitfemmeproject.com. That's FITFEMME Project.com and click Apply Now. Until next time, this is the FitFemme Project Alignment Podcast.